afternoon, good evening, or whatever time you decide to tune in.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen,
boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to another episode of
Shooting the Shit with Beefy
and Bobbie.
Welcome back, folks. Long time no talk.
Boy, we're here.
How's it been? How's everybody doing?
I hope you're all doing well. Tell us how your day's going. Cool. You know, I hope it's going well.
I hope it's going well, and if it's not, I hope it gets better, and I hope that there's a light at the end of your tunnel.
Oh, there definitely is.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But, Bobbie.
Yeah, Beefy.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good.
You doing good?
Yeah, life it's pretty much the same.
Yeah,
you know?
same old.
Same old, same shit, different Tuesday. But here we are. It's
hey, we're recording this on Monday.
Whatever. Leave me alone. I know a day of the week it is, I swear.
Yeah.
But
I won't hold it against you.
Thank you. I'm doing good. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Although, you know, unfortunately, I just read some really sad news.
Oh. Pray tell.
Red Lobster is going bankrupt.
No.
They just declared bankruptcy.
We're losing Red Lobster?
We're losing the Cheddar Bay biscuits, bro.
No.
And mind you, in like the chain breads, it's still probably like number 3 behind Texas Roadhouse, Olive Garden, and then the Cheddar Bay biscuits.
I mean, I'll be so honest. I've truly never had Red Lobster.
Really?
Or anything. I've never been.
It's yeah.
But I can imagine
it's chain fast food.
But those
chain
biscuits,
seafood rather.
They look so good.
They look
so crispy, so
good.
crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
They do look delicious, and if they got cheddar fucking cheese in them, you know I'm gonna be all over it.
I'm a slut for Old Bay seasoning too. Old Bay fucking slaps.
Yeah.
So
that crab seasoning.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, you know, we will be losing Red Lobster, but you know, who knows? Maybe. I think there is a dupe recipe.
Maybe they make a comeback.
Yeah, I think there is a dupe recipe of the Cheddar Bay biscuits. Like
there definitely is. I've definitely seen them on store shelves. Like not
you're
the
so
biscuits,
right. They have
the mix.
They have like the box.
Yeah.
Yes, you're so right.
Yeah, so
I didn't even think of that.
So hey, stock up on those now, folks.
Yeah, right.
Really,
because you won't be able to get them starting very soon. Unfortunately,
that is if they succumb to the bankruptcy and they don't, you know, pull through. And unfortunately, we might be seeing the death of a great chain.
Yeah, great.
Well, yeah,
like
I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Chain seafood just doesn't sit right with me.
No, definitely not. Like I think the only thing I can think that might be worse than Red Lobster is like Long John Silver's.
Wow.
Which also,
that is a hot take.
Just like saying Long John Silver, like I can't fully get through it again.
Where is the nearest Long John Silver?
Are those even around anymore?
I think they are.
I just remember the commercials.
I just don't think they're like. Yeah, they still exist.
They survived?
They're just in like the higher like populated areas, i.e. like Boston. But yeah, there's a decent amount of them. I can see 6 of them in New England alone.
Oh boy. Well, that's only 6 in all of New England. That's
fast food seafood chain. That is an unbelievable.
Fast food and seafood should never be next to each other in a sentence.
I'm already getting sick just thinking about it.
You know, and I'm not a seafood guy to start.
No. It's not for everybody. You won't do you wouldn't try like sushi.
I'm really, for the last 23 years, I've really been working up the courage.
Yeah.
And it might be another 23.
You gotta find the right role for you.
And that's what I hear.
Yeah.
But I can't.
I think you would love a cooked roll.
It's the raw fish.
I think you would love like
that really kills me.
Deep fried, because they make like a tempura fried sushi roll. I think you'd love that. I think that might be right up your alley.
That might be the way to go.
You like because you like buffalo chicken dip, so you like cream cheese.
Love.
So there's a roll at Tokyo Steakhouse which is like those like chains, and it's called the volcano roll.
Okay.
And it's a deep fried tempura roll with like it's like a California roll almost, and it's got the crab and the cucumber, but then it's got a chunk of cream cheese in the middle, and it's topped with a towering amount of crab meat.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's very, very good. I think that might be a little bit more your jam, but
right.
we'll have to test it out. And see.
We'll revisit and we'll see where I am.
Yeah.
You know,
in another 23 years, we'll check in. We'll
check in.
Oh my God! Imagine we're still doing this 23 years from now.
I mean,
I don't want to think about that.
Let's not think too far ahead into the future.
Yeah.
But you know, the last episode we did was pretty food heavy, and this just started off pretty food heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you did tell me before I pressed record that you have a list of topics.
I do, and
I am unaware of them.
Yeah, so that was one of them.
Okay, wonderful.
I was trying to be Segway King, Bobby Seeley. But
we can pull back the curtain sometimes. We're just recording this in my bedroom. I don't care.
Some more sad news. Like, this is actually sad news to me. Like, no, legit. Like, for real. Graceland is foreclosing.
For sure?
Like, for sure.
No.
So,
where is Graceland?
It's in Georgia. Atlanta. Oh, no. Sorry, it's in Tennessee. It's in Tennessee. Those of you who don't know, if you don't know, you've been living under a rock. Graceland was Elvis Presley's estate. So when he became extremely famous and he was at the peak of his career, this was the thing that he did, and he bought his family a nice, gigantic, I say nice, it was literally, it's the most beautiful, well-kept, large plot of land with the most like gorgeous house in it, and they're foreclosing. Unfortunately, I read the article and it was saying that his family just can't keep up.
Yeah.
Which is
how much land is it? Because I know it's a lot, but like when you say this number of acres in a second, I might shit myself.
14 acres.
That's still a lot. And now, could you look up how much 1 acre of land is? Because I guarantee you it's larger than we all... It's more than we think. I'm not up to date on my...
43,560 square feet.
Jesus H. Christ. 43,000. So how many miles?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Miles... like length by width of an acre.
It's less than a square mile.
Okay. And a mile's like 1,000. How many thousands of feet? Yes, I am an American.
Yeah.
No, I do not know.
5,280 feet.
I knew it was 5,000-6,000 feet. That's still a lot.
Yeah. That is a lot.
Like, that is a lot.
But like to put that to, like, money wise, it's between $400 to $500 million.
For Graceland?
For the entire property, including the house. Damn. I say a house, it's a fucking mansion.
I was saying, it's not
like,
a house.
It
is a mansion.
It is a fucking mansion. That includes the pool, and it's got multiple floors with a basement. It's got an airplane hangar.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
Who needs that? Who needs an airplane hangar?
Yeah.
Who needs an airplane?
Mm-hmm.
I'd be driving down the highway sometimes, especially a lot more now that it's like nicer out.
Mm-hmm.
But like when you drive down the highway that's right next to an airfield, there's just little planes just flying all over you.
You kidding me? Where I live, it's like you drive down this street, you get to an airplane field, and then you drive down that street, it's another airplane field, and
that's
then guess
crazy.
What? If you go in the other direction, guess what?
Another one?
Another one.
Oh,
like,
man.
It's ridiculous. And his Elvis is playing the Lisa Marie, named after his daughter. That was a whole like endeavor. Did you watch the Elvis movie? Yeah.
The
Austin Butler Elvis movie. Yeah. It was very good. I loved it. I thought it was great. But yeah, unfortunately, and like considering like his legacy and everything that he left too, like the house is still in perfect condition the way he left it. They don't even like go in the upstairs, like the master bedroom where he slept, and like where
untouched.
It's untouched.
That's crazy.
As if like the night that he died, nothing got moved. It's the exact same way. Which like I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. Like that's fucking crazy.
Do you think his ghost is still on the toilet? No disrespect, Elvis.
The fuck was that? That's fucking crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and his daughter died like a little while ago.
I must have missed the headlines.
Yeah, unfortunately. But anyway,
I can't say I'm a huge Elvis guy, but everybody.
You can't deny what he did.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah. Like when his songs come on, I'd be bopping. Yeah. But like if you're not the Elvis guy, person, woman, human in your family, everyone has one. There is always
my uncle.
It's usually an uncle.
It's usually an uncle
or like a great aunt.
Yeah.
Mine's my great aunt.
Yep.
She is just
aunts and uncles be turning it up to Elvis.
No one loves Elvis more than a great aunt. I'm telling you.
So let's get away from the sad.
Yeah, please. Let's pick it up.
Let's pick it up a little bit. So, Punxsutawney Phil had kids.
No way.
Yeah,
he's a father.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And 2 kids.
Okay.
2 kids. Named.
Does he?
Shadow and Sunny.
Oh, that is adorable.
Does
he have a son to carry on the legacy?
So I read the article, and they were saying don't call them heirs.
Oh, okay. Whoa.
Technically,
please. What's the word? Teach me all about the legacy of Punxsutawney Phil.
So, basically, the tradition of Groundhog Day, like the act of getting a groundhog to look for the shadow, has been happening for more than 130 years.
They also used to eat the groundhogs, right?
Did they?
I'm pretty sure.
Did they? Shut up. Wait, no, stop.
I'm pretty sure it started with them, like, eating groundhogs. Groundhog Day history.
Groundhog is no longer on the menu at the annual Groundhog Picnic.
No longer, but it definitely was.
No longer?
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely was. In the 1880s, groundhog was the cuisine of choice at the Punxsutawney Elks Lodge.
That's crazy.
That is I wonder if it's good. You think it's good?
I don't know, and I don't want to really find out.
Properly dressed groundhog is indeed an underrated American delicacy.
Crazy. Yeah.
You gotta think, like, because it's a rodent, technically, right? So
it is.
So like, and like rabbits are technically rodents too, right? So like,
are they?
Are they?
Do they fall into that class, that category? Or are they just small mammals? I mean, I guess all rodents are small mammals.
No, they're not. They're from the Lagomorpha family of mammals. So they're not like they're a subsection. They're in there with like chinchillas.
Okay. I'd love a little.
But
chinchilla.
like, if people can eat rabbits,
right?
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody cooked up Phil at one point.
Oh.
You know? But so this is what I was getting to was
okay.
They've been doing this for over a century.
Yep.
As a tradition.
Yes.
It's not been the same fucking groundhog. So
It hasn't been? Are you kidding me?
Robbie,
Do I know sarcasm?
Bobby, I really hate to tell you this.
No.
There have been so many Puxatawny Phils. I'd go as far as to say it's a new one every year.
You think so? How long does one groundhog live? What's the lifespan? I need to know this right now. Groundhog lifespan. 6 years. So it might be a new one. Like
60 years?
Six years.
Oh, 6 years. Okay.
They live up to 6 years with 2 or 3 being average. So it's definitely a new one, like at minimum every 2-3 years.
It's actually a lot less than you would think. So it's been 130 years, and every decade is 10 years, right?
That's right.
So technically, there's only been 13 Puxatawny Phils since the first Groundhog Day celebration. Which is crazy.
Damn, so they'd be like pampering this.
Phil,
yeah.
Huh? It's like, it's gotta be like genetically mutated or whatever, like. But anyway, so.
But like, aren't you? Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like really thinking about Puxatawny Phil. I'm jealous of this motherfucker. He only has to work one day a year. Are you kidding me?
And he gets like room and board, like
for a whole year. He's got a
401k pension plan, like.
Oh, this bastard.
He's got a Gerber Life grown-up plan, like.
Absolutely.
Dude's crazy. But yeah, so Shadow and Sunny are Puxatawny's 2 little pups.
Little pups.
Little pups, yeah, that's what they call them. And they're just the cutest little things.
So will they not be carrying on the legacy?
Well, so that's
heirs.
the question. So I think it's more of like a title. It's more of like the president. Like the president doesn't follow a lineage. It's not like a king where your heirs become the king or the queen. Right. I think it's more of like the president where. I can't believe we're having this discussion right now. So are you telling me
yes. The groundhogs vote on this motherfucker? they appoint him?
Yeah.
Or is it Pennsylvanians?
I think it's the people who run the tradition, because like they're still in like the top hats and the coats and shit.
Yeah, they are. Quakers.
Yeah, I genuinely think that's the relation to like, you know, what it originally was like. But yeah, Phil and Phyllis, his wife Phyllis. Yeah.
They must be perfect for each other.
Yeah, and they got named on Mother's Day.
Oh,
adorable.
That is very cute. I love that.
But
good for Phil.
Moving westward, in the map. So we were just in Pennsylvania. Now we're going to the Midwest. Officials in Wisconsin, at the Capitol building in Wisconsin, had to remove dozens of marijuana plants from the Capitol garden.
No way.
Somehow, some way, the Capitol garden in the capital of Wisconsin had marijuana seeds in it, and it grew into a plant.
How long did it take them to notice? Like, were these like a foot tall? Were they like 3, 4, 5 feet tall? Like, were people keeping them in secret? Was it dank? Like these are the questions. These are the questions I got.
I lost the article, so I just gotta look it up.
It's okay, take your time.
So it's the Tulip Garden in front of the Wisconsin State Capitol. So they're saying that someone, just a normal citizen, planted them.
Just
sprinkled them in. And while I guess the gardeners were like cleaning it up and sprucing it up, they saw, because if you're looking at tulips, like a marijuana plant is just gonna look like a weed, but then it's got the smell. So I'm sure they were like,
stinky.
What?
Whoa!
Like,
how did this get here?
What I want to know is weed legal in Wisconsin?
That was my next question. Because it is ever growing. And I feel like almost ever growing. But
recreational use of cannabis is illegal in Wisconsin.
So are they throwing a fit?
Probably.
They're probably throwing a fit over there, huh?
Wisconsin remains just one of 12 states to continue to ban it, even for medicinal purposes.
Oh. Goddamn Wisconsin.
You fucking cheesemongers. You mean to tell me that you motherfuckers are known for fucking Green Bay Packers, Green Bay Packers, and cheese?
And y'all still ban weed?
And y'all still banning weed? That's crazy. Felony up to 3.5 years in prison. And a fine up to $10,000.
Although, they did just reclass marijuana from a Class A or Class 1 substance, however they classify it. It is now a Class 3 federally, I believe. I did see articles and headlines about that. Or at least they're really close to it. I don't know if it happened yet.
Shut up. Are you serious?
Enlighten me.
So, this is the first time I'm hearing about this, scale.
Yeah.
I didn't know this scale was a thing.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's based on the likelihood of the abuse of the drug, whatever it may be. So, it's called, what's the scale called?
Yeah, what's the official name for it? Because I don't know. I don't keep... This is the most politics talk I've had in probably a week.
Drug scheduling.
Scheduling, thank you.
So,
yeah,
context...
They rescheduled it.
For context, Schedule 1 is heroin.
Yep.
Peyote, methacolone, and then 2 is Vicodin, cocaine, methamphetamine, methadone, oxycodone, fentanyl. Fentanyl is 2? That's crazy.
Fentanyl should be Schedule 1.
Adderall and Ritalin.
Whatever.
And then 3 is testosterone, anabolic steroids, ketamine, Tylenol with codeine.
Yep. Lean.
And marijuana.
Yes. Yeah, okay, so they did find... So, yes, they did reschedule it. But now can you...
And it goes all the way down to 5.
Yeah. Now, can you imagine marijuana being Schedule 1?
No.
But it was for so long.
Yeah, that's what's crazy to me. Because this article
no sense.
Gives you the list before it and then how it's updated. Yep. That's crazy. They put marijuana up with fucking heroin.
Yeah.
That's actually absurd.
Yeah. Active and it's that there's a comedian quote I can't think of, but it's something along the lines of Nixon's old
the war on drugs.
Yeah. Because what were we taught in Dare? Weed is the gateway drug.
Yeah.
But when I cannot tell you, I can't even fathom the idea of abusing marijuana because it's a medicine.
Yeah.
It is a goddamn medicine, and that's
it grows in the ground.
It's the Earth's little gift.
It's the most natural.
Literally,
even stuff that's in Schedule 5 is stuff that has to be made.
Yep, made.
You can't just find it.
Nope.
So technically, if we're going by that, weed should be 5.
I think anything made in a lab, made by humans, is just because humans are making it. It's going to have a higher risk of abuse because we're putting all the additives, all the additives into it.
Quite literally forcing people to be like dependent and addicted to it because they're putting all of this like added shit into it.
I cannot believe marijuana was above things like cocaine and
that's ridiculous.
And
that is ridiculous.
Tylenol.
But then you also got to think too. Cocaine was in Coca-Cola up until like the 1920s, 1930s.
That's crazy.
So
what are they putting in this shit? This Coke's got me wired.
I fucking love Kyle Gordon. Man. He's so funny. A little problematic, but we won't get into that.
We're not going there.
But yeah, like and like tea. Tea is like an herbal like remedy that that ancient civilizations used as medicine for years, centuries. They're still using it. Like I know people who the first thing that they do when they're sick is to make a nice hot cup of tea.
It turns out we do have a guest on today's episode. Welcome, Apollo.
Hi, buddy.
All right. Now be quiet.
Apollo, the attention whore.
So true.
But hey, honestly, that is one step closer.
Absolutely.
One step closer to being
Apollo.
Fully legalized.
Yeah, now we just gotta get Wisconsin on the train.
Yeah, right. Hi, buddy. Moving northeast.
Okay.
On our, I guess we're doing a little road trip.
A little natty tour, a little national tour.
A little national tour.
A little Beefy and Bobbie on the road.
So, a cat.
Meow?
Yes.
Okay.
A cat as in meow.
Okay, thank you.
In Vermont, just received a doctorate.
Wait a minute. Like, you're trying to tell me a cat is more educated than I am?
Yeah.
This motherfucker got a PhD?
It got its doctorate in... Take a wild guess what it got its doctorate in.
In, like, fucking botany or something? Like, in seafood cuisine? Like, what?
Literature.
What?
Literature.
Richer.
Litter.
Richer. Aha. Aha. Now tell me which educational institution?
Vermont State University.
VSU. Alright, VSU. If you are listening.
Presented Max Dow, that's the name of the cat.
Okay, Max. Okay.
As a doctor of literature. It lives in a house with its family who works at the university. And it's been known to like go around and like greet students and teachers. Like it's like the campus cat.
They have campus cats?
Yeah, I guess it's just a cat who's like chill with it.
All right.
It also acts as a therapy animal, and also pest control.
Yeah.
Like the Disney cats. The cats that they just let roam around Disney at night to handle all the critters and stuff like that.
No mice problem there.
Nope. So a cat has a better degree than we do.
That is sad.
Yeah. But hey, good for the cat.
Good,
you know.
Good for Max.
Didn't even have to really try. Just kind of exists and gets pets all the time. Like that's kind of the life.
Damn.
I wish I could have gotten our degree with just chilling out and getting
just
pets.
roaming the campus. Like didn't have to go to class.
Nope.
Like where like is it like the president's cat or they just
It's like a professor's cat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And like it wasn't even honorary. It was just straight
up
PhD in literature.
Right there in literature.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Insanity.
All right. Well, that's gonna make me cringe at my theater degree.
Yeah.
But here we are. What do you do with a BA in theater?
Exactly. But you actually posted something the other day on your story that caught me by surprise, and I hadn't heard about it until you shared it.
Enlighten me.
FNAF.
Oh, yes.
Coming out 2025.
2025.
Holy crap.
And, it's crazy because I remember, when the FNAF movie 1 craze, really, really hit the scene.
It was our first episode of Flicks and Feedback.
Absolutely. And, the rumor that our boy, Matthew Lillard, signed a 3-movie contract with Blumhouse, which is crazy. And it seems as if that's it's coming to fruition.
Yeah.
Which is very exciting because, if you want to hear all of our thoughts and opinions on FNAF, Five Nights at Freddy's, the movie, 2023, go check out the first ever episode of Flicks and Feedback.
And just listen to all episodes, as a matter of fact.
There's a couple more over there. But yeah, so very exciting stuff. Yeah. Seeing Matt Lillard back in the Springtrap costume is beautiful.
It's gonna be very exciting.
I bet it was made to fit him. Like a real costumer, but it was made for him. Yeah. It really it fit him so well. He does the character so well too. So I'm very excited to see where that goes. And I, after seeing FNAF 1, the movie, and knowing what each game entails, I don't know what we're gonna get.
Exactly.
I don't know what we're gonna get. They
retcon basically like a decent chunk of the lore, so now they can take it in a completely different direction.
They really, but did they retcon a lot, or did they just pull from other canon stuff?
Yeah, I'm just really excited to see what direction they take it in. Considering there's some pretty decent differences between the established lore of the games versus the way they did it in the movie. So, like I said, I'm curious to see it, and I'm very excited, especially if Josh Hutcherson and Matthew Lillard are going to be reprising their roles. Oh yeah, so that'll be fun.
It's gonna be very good.
But Bobby.
Yes, Beefy.
I would be remiss. If we did not talk about one very trending topic that has been going all around the news in TikTok, Twitter, it's everywhere. Okay. It's everywhere. JoJo Siwa. Is in fact going through a crisis. No,
but she must be.
Yeah.
She it's I can't help but think of Britney.
Yeah.
Circa early 2000s, and she was just going through it, and now we know that Britney had a lot of other stuff going on, and just it was rough.
So, for those of you who don't know, JoJo Siwa, Joelle Josephine Siwa, that's her full legal name. It is a young star. She's 20-something right now, and she was made famous from being on Dance Moms. She had a couple of Nickelodeon shows at one point, and she also had a pretty decent music career.
It was the Bows.
It was the Bows. JoJo with the Bobo.
JoJo with the Bobo. She sold so many of those things.
Yeah. You could walk into any Walmart or Target and find a JoJo bow.
A wall.
But since she has, moved away from being a child actor and star, and now going into her early 20s, she's kind of going through a rebrand and kind of trying to reinvent herself as an adult, and I was fully on board at one point. At one point when she was just starting with it, she was like, "Oh, I'm trying something new, and I'm just trying to rebrand myself because it's hard, especially everything that is coming out about Nickelodeon and stuff like that with the child stars. It's hard to go from being a child actor and being famous as a child to now being an adult. It's kind of like, what do you do with your life now? And so I supported JoJo at first, but now with some of the shit that she's saying, I can't help but feel like it's all just for attention and to stay relevant because, like, apparently she's the first gay girl in the world.
It's so funny. Was it SNL?
SNL.
It was the SNL where
the weekly update
with Colin and I don't know the actress that did the JoJo.
Yeah.
The JoJo bit. But it was just so funny.
It was so good.
It was from 2013 to 2022, I was 8. And now I'm 20, and I'm the first gay girl ever! And it's just so funny because, I mean, when you think about it, she, you know, being on Dance Moms and having that kind of life where you thought you were going to dance, and it turns out it was a TV shoot.
Yep.
Like, that's got to have a crazy effect on you, you know, to be that young and have cameras in your face.
She's actually been not apologizing, but she's been advocating for Abby Lee Miller.
Yeah.
She's been saying, like, you know, what she did was good, and, you know, I'm actually, like, kind of grateful for what she did. And then they just had the Dance Moms reunion.
Oh, yeah.
And all of the other girls are like, oh my god, like, Abby traumatized us. I will never dance again. I will never, like, Maddie Ziegler is, like, so far from wanting to, like, dance, like professionally again. Chloe she just started her own dance competition.
Yep.
So she's trying to, like, be bigger than it. And all the girls are sitting there like, yeah, Abby Lee Miller sucks. I never want to see that bitch ever again. And then JoJo's sitting there like, I thought she was pretty alright. And then all the girls are looking at her like, are you fucking insane?
She must be insane.
Like, and I truly, something ain't right in the cabeza for poor Joelle Josephine Siwa. Because, like, she was saying that she wanted to invent gay pop.
Yeah, that she invented a whole new genre.
And that's just not true.
Like, has she just never heard of, like, Freddie Mercury,
David Bowie,
Lady
Elton
Gaga.
John.
Yeah, like, come on, girl.
Prince, like, all of these, like, amazing artists who literally pioneered a whole subgenre. Yeah. Sure, they didn't coin it, but it was pretty fucking implied. Right. Like, yeah, it was pretty. They weren't exactly subtle about it, but they didn't, like, go out and say, like, oh, I'm going through I'm reinventing myself. I'm the first person my age to do something like this, and I'm gonna invent a whole genre. And then the thing that kills me is that she goes back on everything she says. Yeah. She says something on Dream Guest on my podcast. I'm sorry. She I don't know, maybe. let's get a little crazy and say one of my exes. No, like, she'll say something on, like, a video or a podcast or whatever, and then she'll get called out on it, and then she'll just be like, oh, no, that's not what I meant. This is what I meant. I'm like, well, if you meant it that way, you would have said it that way. But because you said it in the shitty way, you look like a shitty person. And you look like that. You look like a liar, and you look like a fraud, and you look like you're doing this for attention. And that's kind of what really stinks about it, because you know, I'm an aspiring actor, of course, and I want to support the arts, and I want to support the people who are also living the struggle. Keep the struggle, but at the same time, if you got people like fucking JoJo Siwa who are going and basically, like, making a mockery, and then don't even get me started on the song.
It's karma's a bitch.
Karma is in fact a bitch, and it's coming for her.
It is absolutely coming for her, because she I can't not say that she didn't steal the song, you know, because it was Miley's, and then even I've been trying to, this whole time you've been talking, I've been trying to find out where, because I read somewhere else that it was written by someone a while ago.
Well, so that's the thing.
Miley.
So I'll give you the Cliff Notes version.
Thank you, please.
So Karma,
yes,
is a song,
yes,
that the record company that JoJo recorded it with has.
Okay.
Now, for those of you that don't know, not every single one of your favorite artists writes every single one of their songs. Sorry, hate to say it, but it's true.
That's the truth.
Ariana Grande, even Beyonce, have been known to not write all of their songs.
They don't write every single one.
Correct. So there is, in fact, record companies who have a Rolodex,
a catalog
of songs, just empty songs, lyrics, music, everything, and nobody who's recorded it yet, basically.
That they own.
That the record company owns. And they
can
legally...
they can give it to anyone they want.
They legally have the ability to give those songs to anybody, and then that person, that artist, can technically claim it as their own.
Yes.
That being said, the song Karma that JoJo Siwa has claimed is hers and that she wrote has come out from other people, other artists saying, hey, I was offered that song.
Yeah.
Oh, or hey, I recorded that song. I have a music video for that song. That song is out on Spotify, but it's not mine.
Yeah.
And it's not JoJo's.
No.
And it's not Miley's. And it's not anybody's but the record company's.
Yeah.
And so for JoJo Siwa to say that she is an artist
is crazy.
Is crazy.
It's crazy.
Because guess what? She is I was listening to a video essay and she said it perfectly. She is a performer.
Yes.
She is not an artist.
And that's
an
she's
artist
been performing forever.
Yeah.
Her whole life.
An artist makes art.
Yes.
A performer performs the art of another person. Her choreography, all of her choreography was made by somebody else.
Oh, yes.
All of her songs made by somebody else. Her clothes, her rebrand, her fucking Gene Simmons head-ass looking makeup was done by an artist.
That shit, and I'm so glad you brought up the makeup because I saw... So do you... there was a... Before the song, before the Karma, people went a little crazy about JoJo because in one TikTok one day, no tattoos at all. The next day, she had one of her arms fully sleeved out, and so everyone was like, "Oh my god, where did you get these? How did you get those all so fast?" And
Inkbox is an amazing service.
Inkbox is crazy, and it came out that those were all Inkbox tattoos, so they were just fake, temporary tattoos that last a little longer, and I just thought that was so funny because then, just recently. JoJo posted a picture in the tattoo chair, getting a tattoo.
Yeah.
Did you zoom in on it?
No.
Do you know what the artist was referencing?
No.
A screen grab from the Karma music video.
Are you
It was a close-up of JoJo's face. So I am willing, and I don't know if the picture...
Is she getting herself?
So I don't know if she's getting a portrait of some kind of herself, because it was, over on, it looked like over by the right elbow ditch, or, just below it. So I will bet both my pinkies, because... And my pinky toes.
Whoa.
Because I'm
Don't
confident
get crazy on me now.
that this tattoo is probably just an outline of the makeup, you know what I mean?
Yes, because I have seen people do that for Kiss.
Yes.
Which I think is really cool.
It's pretty goofy.
Which, I'll be okay with it. Yeah. If that's the tattoo. I thought she's going to get, her whole face.
Yeah, and I doubt that. I think,
But she would.
She
that's
would.
The thing. She would.
If I
wouldn't put it past her.
I'm going to give her some credit.
Nope.
I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. To be she is not going to get a tattoo of her own face. And it's probably just the makeup. But even then, it's selfish, I guess. But I am a firm believer. I'm a big tattoo guy. I got a bunch myself. More on the way. Tattoos can be what you want, where you want. They're one of the few things in this life that are truly your own.
Yeah.
I just hope, JoJo does what makes her happy, and, it all works out for her.
Yeah.
I really hope.
Yeah.
And I hope that, she can come back down to earth.
Yeah, right. get off her high horse and come back down to the ground level.
Yeah.
But like as artists ourselves, mm-hmm. you know, it's hard for me to look at things like this happening mm-hmm. when, you know, we struggle in our, you know, average American lives to do what we want to do as artists, and to see somebody almost seemingly get it like handed to them, you know, and like with little to no struggle, you know, it's kind of hard to watch. And so like you said, JoJo, come back down from the clouds, girl. Get back down here, and let's make this right.
Yeah. So all the best, JoJo. You know, I doubt you're listening, but
yeah, right.
But you know, if you do happen to stumble across a little podcast called "Shooting the Shit with Beefy and Bobbie," let us know if you want to be a guest on our podcast.
Dream guest on my podcast. I'm gonna say Beefy and Bobbie from Shooting the Shit with Beefy and Bobbie.
Dude. What a crazy JoJo impression you have, too.
Thank you.
Keep that in the bag.
Yeah, I will.
Well, we've gone on.
That was a lot.
We've gone, you know, across a little mini tour.
Yeah, we pretty much went like across America.
Yeah, we just didn't go anywhere south.
No. Who wants to do that anyway? But yeah, that was a great episode, Bobby.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ladies and gentlethems, thank you so much for listening.
Mucho gracias, muito obrigado. That's...
Oh, wow, we're bilingual.
That's... I only got just the thank you in Spanish and Portuguese. That's all I got.
Fair enough. But please stay tuned next month for the next episode of Shooting the Shit with Beefy and Bobbie, mm-hmm. as well as new episodes of Flicks and Feedback coming out once a month as well. Mm-hmm. And by the time this comes out, please check out all of the Session 1 episodes of D&D with B&B.
Absolutely. Session 2 episodes coming soon. Mm-hmm. Probably, don't hold me to it, but about a month. Mm-hmm. And then we'll finish that campaign eventually.
Yeah. I'm in no rush. I'm having a great time. Mm-hmm. So look forward to those episodes, and we'll see you all very soon. This is Beefy.
This is Bobbie.
And this has been Shooting the Shit with Beefy
and Bobbie. Thanks for listening to another episode of Stswbnb.
If you haven't already, you can follow us and stay up to date with all the latest episodes on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and X.
Also, be sure to check out our merch shop, currently on redbubble.com/STSWBNB.
And if you or someone you know wants to shoot the shit with us or be on our new artist hour, go fill out our guest forms in our bios.